Hi, hello, and welcome to Listeners Digest. And welcome, everyone. It's been a long while since we are connecting here. And Listeners Digest is all about digesting life one episode at a time. You listeners know that what you want to hear. So just relax and dive in with us to let us know how things work and how interesting life is. And if you follow us, you can make your time worth a while and your cravings digested. Up until today, we have been discussing with a few of very interesting personalities who came across whatever I saw. And last episode is all about I spoke with Isha. So she shared about her experiences in her journey. And I'm just going to go in the same path and keep you guys very interested in whatever you want to hear. Today we have a very esteemed and special guest with me who have been watching a lot and getting inspired a lot, not recently, for the past more than 1 year. And so but it would be great if she introduces herself rather than me. I'll pass over the mic to Ms. Riya Bhurse. So welcome Riya to the show and you can introduce yourself and get things started.
Thank you so much, Vivek, for this opportunity. Yeah, so I am Riya. I'm currently studying in Scalar School of Technology. I have completed my first year. Now I'm doing my second year in computer science.
That's very short, and now short reply you can start with because you're doing so good things and inspiring a lot things, taking from whatever you can do. But yeah, things being said. So what started with all these things? So before I start with now bombarding you with questions, I just want to ask a few little start with few questions like how everything started. I've been seeing you like you have secured 242nd rank in AR ICPC contest, and you've been doing some projects. And I just want to start this. What sparked you in interest in you? What decided that I'm going to do in this way? I'm going to choose this path. What sparked that moment?
Okay, so initially when I had not chosen computer science, I was always fascinated about the robots. Like that time we had the robot dog. And like I was always wondering ki if I click a button on my remote, why does this channel start and all? So I was always wondering about all this. So I was interested in computer science. Then I decided to take computer science as my this undergraduate. Then like well, once I got into Scalar School of Technology, before I come to Scalar, I did not have any knowledge about computer science. I just knew that I want to do my career in this, and I was interested in physics and maths. So I thought this would be the best option for me, and then I came into Scalar. And initially it was very hard for me because the peers we have, like they are super good in programming and everything. So to just like compete with all of them, it was a little hard initial. But then I have one of my sir, Kshitij sir, so he teaches us DSA. So like my DSA, I started liking DSA in my first year. So like I kept doing my assignments and like the contests which are there online. I gave all of them, and then one of my sir, Dhruv Bhaiya, like he told me about ICPC. Then I registered for the ICPC, and like many of my peers around me were they were also into competitive programming. So like we participated in ICPC, and then like I just gave it in my first attempt. Like this was my first time, and I got 242 rank.
Okay. So somebody that the takeaway for me is somebody needs to guide you even if you have a potential, there might be a very good path in order for you to reach there and prove that you are a worthy person of that. That's what I'm taking away. Yeah, like that's been quite an interesting story, Riya. How you found out about what potential you have and where that could take you. And on that same note, see, you are part of School of Technology, so that's like an institute of innovation thing. Like after you go out of school, you're just going into a leap. Like, I've been wondering why, like now, did you get any kind of options when you come out? Do you have any, like, if it's a US kid, they'll be targeting for Ivy schools. So they'll be having some things in mind. Okay, I want to go there. But like that in India, do you have any aspirations to, I want to go to IIT or else I want to do computer science, let alone computer science? Do you have any aspirations before going to Scale School of Technology?
Okay, so like as most of the science students like preparing for JEE, or they will have the expectations of getting into IIT Bombay or something. So similarly, I had an expectation of getting into IIT, but then I couldn't clear JEE. And then I got into top engineering colleges of Karnataka. But then I got to know about Scalar. And then I compared the education, like, it is completely new and different, completely practical, everything. So I got more inspired and then I chose Scalar.
Actually, even in Scalar, I think because I've also been part of Scalar, so since you already know, the topics and the problems they teach, it's completely close to whatever market is expecting. In fact, I would say, go, it's more than what market is expecting. That like we are always one step ahead. So yeah, coming back to the point, so that you chose a quite different path and you are leading in a quite nice way there. But tell us about now how your preparation for ICPC exams went, and do you now follow some different procedure? Like you said, after coming to Scale School of Technology, only your interest gradually shifted towards computer science. So was that transition very hard for you? Because some aspirations now might be there, but if you choose a sudden change now, then there might be some hurdles or some difficulties or some certain problems you might face. Did you face any kind of problems like that in your start of the course, like that? You share as well.
Okay. So like initially, the problem I faced was like some people knew coding from before, so they were performing very well. And then I used to feel ki I'm a bit behind compared to others. But then that gradually improved because like I sat with my BSMs, like those are called as batch success managers. I used to sit with them after classes and they would explain me, help me in each and every concept. So like then like I started studying each and every concept with in full depth, and then like with consistency I'm able to do very, very well.
Okay, I think there are two or three points that I could take away from whatever you're saying, going to say. On that same mode that I'll stay. So people are listening here in our podcast. So you have completed your 12th and after you tried JEE and you said you couldn't clear, right? So people who are hearing, they might be an aspirant. So what are the points they need to take away? So if there is a failure, then we must take away some learning from that. That's what I've been learned and you also have been learned. So what is the takeaway for you from that, and what mistakes they does not need to do in order to make sure that they are getting through the JW? So I'm not going to blame anyone education system or something not that cliche. Whatever an individual might do, should need to do in order to go through that. Any tips?
So like during my time, I had ignored like 11th. In my 11th class, I had wasted a lot of my time. I was just enjoying a lot. And so the basics of 11th were not very good, which I realized very late. And then in 12th, when I started studying for JEE, like my 12th was like, even if I imagine the hard work I have done, I just feel like I get goosebumps. I have worked super hard in my 12th class. But still I did not get JEE because my 11th was not very strong. And yeah, like I did not even like chemistry as a subject, honestly. So I did not pay more attention to chemistry. So that is one of the thing. And I always wonder, like, if I want to study computer science in my future, why do I have to study chemistry in 11th and 12th? Because there is no relation. So yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, so one point I can take away from this. So just concentrate on whatever subject you need to focus in the future. So that's what we can give them a tip on this. And on the same note, right? So I've been seeing you've been quite active in LinkedIn, especially. So since I'm also active in LinkedIn, I could observe that you are doing something. So what do you feel the active LinkedIn presence could impact in your career, especially at the start of your career? So what do you take? What's your take on that?
Okay, so through LinkedIn, I have got many opportunities of internships, and then also for startup, like directly the CEO or CTOs of the company reach out, which is a very big thing which would not be possible without any such platform. Also, Twitter is on Twitter also we get good opportunities. So I would suggest all the listeners to be active on both of these platforms because they have really even this podcast is through LinkedIn. Yeah. And I've also got into matlab, there are many events going on in Bangalore. So there were few events which had a very high entry ticket, and through my LinkedIn connections I have got it for almost free of cost just because of the connections.
Hey guys, I've been speaking for more than a year. I've been posting like how important is a LinkedIn platform. So now that I have one more soul to explain the same thing which I've been doing. Thank you so much, Riya, for resonating with my thoughts. This is what I've been shouting in myself in my post as well. But I want this to be resonated in my podcast too. That's why I brought up this point. And who would be good than the people who are doing it to say it? So thank you so much for saying that, Riya. On the same note, LinkedIn. So you met some few very good personalities like co-founder of Vedantu and VP of Paytm, right? So like I saw your post that you're speaking with some. So can you share to our listeners what it is the event is happening and what did you share with them? Did you share any insight with them? It would be great for them to hear.
Okay, so in Scalar, almost every 1 or 2 weeks, most of the times the co-founders or many big personalities come and visit the campus. So the thing what I have observed is all of them have similar thing that they are super hardworking. Their consistency is very good and they are focused. And if any one of you want to build your own company, hard work and persistence is discipline, hard work and persistence is very important, which I've observed in almost all of the super mentors. We call them as super mentors in Scalar.
Perfect. Super mentor. That's some superlative term there. And actually, it's apt for them.
Yeah.
Perfect. And so, like, you spoke with them and you had some fair share of moments with them. And we all know what AI is making an impact in this particular, especially after COVID. So, you have made some project in your course. So, like, would you be able to share as insight on what it is you are working? You've already worked it. So, I even saw the a glimpse in LinkedIn. So, you can explain to readers what and all you have used, like what it is does, and what are you now predicting for the future on AI, what impact leveling, medical, and whatever field you would like to contribute to. So, yeah.
Okay. So basically, I have built an AI teaching assistant, which is similar to ChatGPT. Most of the students nowadays use ChatGPT and get the answers directly. So their thinking does not grow very much. You don't, you will get the answer, perfect answer, that is good, but your creativity does not look. So this AI teaching assistant is you put your question there and you should exactly explain what problem you are facing while solving the question. So it will show you the path to get the answer. It won't directly give you the answer. So your creativity, your thinking matters. And it will definitely help you to get the answer, but it won't directly tell you the answer. Yeah. And To build this, I have used React, like for the front end, and back end, I have used Python.
Techies who are getting chance to hear this, please catch up with this point. And not everything can be done with ChatGPT, because we have people who are building their own things like ChatGPT alone. And coming back to the point, AI itself, right? So Riya, what you have done AI assistance. So that is what actually required in this field now. But moving forward in the next 5 years, AI is going to take another step. So what if you are really going to not create a model for it, and what field do you like it to contribute? Like take me for an example. I want AI to contribute something very big in medical field. So that might reduce a lot of cost and a lot of working time for nurses, more like that. So like that, do you have any aspirations? Like, I want to do this something in this field like that. Do you have anything?
I am interested more in humanoid robots and like robotics. So like there are many humanoids getting built. Even in Scalar, we are trying to build a humanoid robot whose back like software, everything is done. Only the like we have to 3D print the models and everything.
All right, more like what Musk did with the Tesla, right? So you have robots already running, right? So I think that's the future, because the waiter jobs and whatever things we are seeing, right? Those can be now partially replaced by AI, and that's what my aspiration is, because people need to move on with the quality works and they need to up themselves. It's not just AI replacing you; it's just about upping yourself and moving in a better place where the redundant job can be done by AI. Yeah, perfectly put. And I can only wish for your project now more and more, and you can be part of very good projects later on. And finally, yeah, very welcome. So, like you're doing course and you have been tagging along with home and work, home and college and here on. So, how are you managing your personal life, and do you have any hobbies, and how are you managing it? Especially, this question is directed because time management is a very important factor, and it is already overlooked. Many don't even try to manage the time. So, how are you handling the time, and what are you managing with the hobbies?
Okay. So like managing everything, it is little hard. It is actually very hard to manage everything. And sometimes it won't be justice to all of your hobbies. Like you'll have to sacrifice few of them. Like now personally when I am in Bangalore, my main goal is improving my coding skills and building something new. So the time for my hobbies is reduced, and my family time is also there, but it is also very less. Similarly, like when I go to my hometown and then there I don't prefer more of coding. I spend time with my family members. I do like I enjoy that part, but when I'm in Bangalore, like it's focused.
Okay. But still, always it's good to have a hobby and manage it right all along, because I've tried to do that, but I still couldn't do it. Not even close to 90%. But listeners want to know that they have to manage these between these two. Can't allocate more than 20 years for now work or study thing. So that's what I tried to now, man. Just bring it up here. Thank you so much, Arya. So, and yeah, I think you have been spending a lot of time in consulting part, and yeah, that's almost great. And coming back to this point, Riya, so we talked about networking and you meeting some super mentors. Like coming from networking perspective, so try to network with a lot of people. So I would love to hear from you, like how you think in networking is important. Some people say network is your net worth. So I believe very strong in that. And for the listeners who may be studying college or school, maybe your age, what do you think? Like, how do you think they should start with? What is the approach they need to make, and how to break the shackles? It's more like breaking free from things. So how to do that? So your insights.
Okay, so like as I've said that I've got many opportunities only by networking, like through LinkedIn and Twitter. Uh, like what I would like to say the listeners is most of the times we are worried about we are not confident to talk to people, which happens to most of us, and that is natural. But the thing is just like if you know this person is important and you have to gain some insights from him, you have to keep like you can help him or he can help you or something is there, then just take a step and at least start talking. Start by just hi and I am building this. Anything you start, but just start talking so that would help you grow your confidence also. And then networking will naturally happen.
Actually, thank you so much, Riya, for speaking on networking. If I start speaking with networking, I can go on for all day because that's what it gave to me. It gave me more than what money could offer. It's people. It's people who bring everything with you. So networking is very overlooked and it needs a lot of attention. So it can bring a community together. It can bring all like-minded together. And I've learned a lot of networking when I was studying in Scalar. And I'm trying to keep it up with myself and taking it to the next level so that it could at least widen my circle and it can benefit a lot of people, including me. So once again, thank you so much for bringing it up. And do you have anything to share to our listeners, like any kind of advice, any sharings before we wrap it up?
Yeah, so like I would say most of them are working or students. So I would like to share if you have any goal or you have any project which you have to build, most of the times we just delay it, which I have observed with myself also. So just take a step, keep taking a step, don't think anything. Start taking steps, start taking actions, then only things are going to happen. Or else, like, consistency is very important, persistence, discipline, and focus. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the mantra is consistency, persistence, and hard work. And these are the three things Riya has been iterating again and again. That is what is keeping and going to keep her going. And I can only wish her very good luck. And for the years ahead, she's going to now go through the success for all years ahead. And congratulations, Riya, and now on your progress and what the course you're working on. And perfect. And thank you so much for joining with me and sharing your knowledge with all the listeners here. And we can only hope that we can meet once you go through a certain incident. We can again call you up and share some insights on our listeners because anyhow, the points you're going to share is going to help a lot of people here.
Yes, thank you so much, Vivek, for this opportunity. And sure, definitely I'll come back once again.
Perfect, Riya. That wraps up our insightful conversation in networking and in AI with Ms. Riya. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to share and let us know your thoughts in the task in below. Stay tuned for next episode. Until then, take care. Bye.